Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this lovely winter card using the Sparkling Snowflake Stamp set. This stamp set is part of a bundle that includes a punch. And of course, with snowflakes and this beautiful paper, you can use this all winter long or for the holidays. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, I'm going to protect my work surface so my ink doesn't transfer over to my cardstock, and I'm going to start by stamping the sentiment here. I'm going to ink up the sentiment and pop it right in the center. You're going to love the photopolymer. It makes it so easy to see. And then I'm going to bring in my next square and ink up my snowflake and stamp. Bring in the next one and ink up and stamp. I love the designs on these. They're so delicate looking. And finally the smallest snowflake and ink it up and stamp. I've got my stamping done for the card front, and I'm going to bring in the inside panel and ink up the largest snowflake here. Let's see, I think I'm going to put it in the top left-hand corner. And if you'd like, you can add a small one down here in the bottom right. So there you go. I've got my stamping done and I'm ready to assemble. I'm going to bring in my card base here and I'm going to fold it in half with my bone folder. And then I'm going to bring in this beautiful designer series paper and add it to the outside edge on the fold here, and I'm going to simply slide that on. And because I'm using multi-purpose, I can pick this up and adjust it as I need to, and then burnish. And then I'm going to bring in this Night of Navy strip. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right down the edge there, and I'm going to add this to the top so that I can make sure that end is adhered well and lay it in place. And at this point, I can trim off that excess. There we go. I normally do that when the strip is long enough so that I can trim at the top and the bottom and get a beautiful clean edge, like so. Okay, I've got that done, and I'm going to bring in my large Night of Navy square, and I'm going to adhere that down right in the center here. Let's see, like so. And I'm ready to build the card front focal point. So I've got these beautiful snowflakes, and I think I'm going to lay them, I think I'm going to put the largest one in this corner. Now I lay the two corners in, and that gives me equal spacing so I know where the others will go, and it allows me to place them. Let's see, I'm going to put this one here, and I can flip this one and place it there. I want the white space in the center there, like so. So at this point, I can slide this one out and the bottom, and I'm ready to adhere. So I'm going to add my adhesive to the back of both of these at one time. Since I'm using the multi-purpose, it's quick and easy that way, and I'm going to lay this in first, lining up those edges with the pieces that I have left to give me my focal. And I like using multi-purpose adhesive for this kind of card because it allows me to have a little bit of wiggle room while the adhesive dries. I can add and move things as need be, as long as it's fairly quick and I'm not burnishing it hard. There we go. So I can adjust as needed if I've twisted. There we go. I've got my card front done, so I can adhere those in place, and I'm going to flip this over and add my dimensionals onto the back. I've got my dimensionals on the back there, and I'm going to set this right onto the center of that Night of Navy panel. And then I'm going to bring in these beautiful iridescent pastel gems. These gems come in 3 colors, one of which is the balmy blue. And I'm going to use these gems on the card front here with the snowflakes. I'm going to add this one in the center. I'm going to add a large one in the center of this snowflake. And I think a small one in the center of this one. That gives me 3, and so now I can scatter some around. Let's see, I'm going to pop one in that corner. I think I'm going to take a large one and I'm going to pop it right here next to this sentiment. So that gives me 5, an equal number. I like that. If you want to add some more, you can. There's nothing like enough shimmer and shine during the holidays. But that picks up the balmy blue of the card front. And of course, your card base, you can stamp your inside greeting, or you can just set it inside so that it's ready to go when you're ready to send. I hope you've enjoyed this project using the beautiful stamp set from the bundle called Sparkling Snowflakes. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop on my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.